everybody, my name is Marjana. I'm a flight attendant who loves to read, and I've recently been to YALC, plus I've been to Slovenia, so I bought a bunch of books. So this is a book haul, I suppose. I spent so much money. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. I have so many books to talk about and so much to go through. I figured I would just go through all of them, just in general, from the entire year, as opposed to just what I got this weekend, because I haven't been filming consistent YouTube videos. So this is the perfect opportunity for me to catch you guys up on what I bought this year. I have an entire list here in my bullet journal. I will be starting with the ones that I've either already read or don't have with me, or I've DNF'd. This is the book that I've already read a few months ago and I have a video on it. It's called Lessons in Chemistry. It's a very popular book and it has a TV show. So the TV show is what initially got me into the book, but it was a really good read. I bought Bride by Ali Hazelwood. That is a book that I actually DNF'd. I did not enjoy the world as much and the characters and the whole mystery aspect of it, so I DNF'd it and gave it to my sister. I also read My Roommate is a Vampire. I think I gave that one 2 stars. I just didn't enjoy it. Another book that I DNF'd is Rent to Be, and I gave it to my sister. This is actually a very recent DNF. Moving on to the read books that I have kept, I have The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight. This was a 5-star read. I also have a video on this and I cannot recommend it enough. It's amazing. And I also bought 2 books that I have read years ago and I've been looking for them for years. Initially I wanted to get them in hardcover, but I just couldn't find them. So when I was in Slovenia, I bought the sequel, and in YALC I bought Daughter of the Pirate King by Trisha Levenseller. This is one of my favorite books to reread. I reread it this year again and I just love pirate books. And then we have Daughter of the Siren Queen. So this one I bought in Slovenia the week before YALC, and this one I bought at YALC. I did not think that I would have it at YALC, that they would sell it. And then I also, spoiler alert, I bought the 3rd book, which I'm gonna talk about later on. But these 2 were a 5-star read for me. And another book that I actually got recently in the mail is actually my sister's book, and it's called How to Start Your Business, a Freelancer's Guide by Anya Bošnjak. My sister is a ghostwriter. She has her own business and she writes for other people, and this is one book that really goes in depth into her experience as a writer. I really enjoyed this one. Now that we covered all the books that I own, that I've read or DNF'd, now I want to talk about all the books that I've not read yet. I guess the first one I want to talk about is the one that I have bought at YALC that I've already talked about, and that is Vengeance of the Pirate Queen by Trisha Levenseller. This is the 3rd book. Before I start talking about YALC books, or the books that I got in Slovenia, I'm gonna talk about the books that I got in Ireland while I was still living there. And I believe I have already mentioned them on my channel, but I'm not sure. Okay, these 2 books are part of a series, but I only bought the first 2 because I didn't want to invest my money into the entire series yet, because I'm not sure if I will like it. Because I'm cabin crew, I had to buy The Mile High by Liz Stamford, and of course the cover is what drew me to the series. And then I also bought The Right Move by Liz Stamford. These covers are absolutely stunning, but again, since I believe these are sports romances, I'm not sure if I will like them. I still wanted to give them a chance. From the same author who wrote The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight, I also have The Unsinkable Greta James. The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight was a really emotional read. It was a bit heavier and it really got you in the feel. So I'm expecting this one to be even a bit more emotional, especially because it deals with grief. I feel like this is something that I will enjoy. I'm very much looking forward to it whenever I get a chance to actually read it. Back when I lived in Dublin, I oftentimes felt like I was stuck in a place where I didn't belong, and I felt like my life was not going anywhere and like I was just in a waiting period, you know? So I decided to buy Make It Happen by Jordana Levin. It's basically a manifestation book. I haven't given it a try yet. I am looking forward to actually annotating and reading and taking my time with it. This is not a book that I want to rush through. This is one I want to actually ingest, you know? And while I was in Dublin, I also had the misfortune of buying book 2 and 3 in the series, because on the cover it says book 2, book 3, and they were covered with a sticker, so I thought I was getting book 1 and 2. I didn't realize this was a trilogy. So I got them, and then I went back and went back and went back, and the book 1 was never there. So when I was in Slovenia, I actually saw book 1. And now I have the entire trilogy with me, and that trilogy is called Of Flesh and Bone. I have it here. The first book is What Lies Beyond the Veil. Second book is What Hunts Inside the Shadows. And the third one is What Lurks Between the Fates. And this trilogy was written by Harper L. Woods. I don't like to invest in full trilogies anymore just because I'm such a picky reader. I used to buy full-on trilogies on Book Depository or full-on book series just to give them to my sister, and now my sister has such a big collection thanks to me, because I gave her probably like 250 books. So now she has a big library, and when I haul books I always give them to her, so if I change my mind I could always ask her if I can borrow it and read it again and give it another shot. This was a mistake. Now yeah, it worked out. I have the full trilogy. I also bought this book, which is very popular on Book Talk, but I haven't heard any reviews because I'm trying to steer clear of reviews, because if I hear something I don't like, I will not want to read this. It's called The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson. It will be a fun read, I think, and I like the purple cover that I have as opposed to the pink one that other books usually have. While I was in Ireland, I bought a novella, and I didn't realize it was a novella. I actually knew of the first book. It wasn't interesting to me. I didn't have any plans on reading it, and I picked up the novella just because I thought it was interesting. And then I realized, oh my god, I now have to buy the series, you know? The novella that I bought is called Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I bought it because of these sprayed edges. They're absolutely stunning. But obviously when I went to Slovenia and I saw Powerless, I had to get it. I need to read this book now since I have this one, and I didn't want to buy this one for no reason. And while I was at YALC, I had the opportunity to get Reckless, but I didn't want to actually buy the second book until I decided if I liked the first one or not. I know, I'm being very reckless with my spending habits these days. This is one book I have no interest in reading, to be honest, but my sister said, Marjana, you have to get to it. You have to read it. Like, I loved it so much. You're gonna love it so much. I got it because she was insisting. And that is The Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. For me, I am not that big of a fan of fantasy anymore, which is so funny because at YALC, all I bought was fantasy. So you will see a pattern, and I guess I'm ready now to dive into fantasy again. I've been on like a 4 or 3 year hiatus from fantasy, and I read other books. I'm excited to see if this is actually as good as my sister is saying. Otherwise, if I don't like this, I will never trust her again with my reading. While I was in Slovenia, I had the chance to get The North Wind by Alexandria Warwick, mostly because of the cover. It is absolutely stunning, and there is only one bookstore that I go to when I'm in Slovenia, and it's called Felix. Like, I am obsessed with them, and they really improved their range of books. What drew me to this book, apart from the cover, was the first paragraph at the back, which says, a lush and enchanting fantasy romance inspired by Beauty and the Beast and the myth of Hades and Persephone. So while I was in Slovenia, I also spontaneously bought Compass and Blade by Rachel Greenlaw. I saw this multiple times at Dublin Airport when I was still living in Dublin, and I was just like, oh, I'll buy it maybe at a later date. It's too expensive. But when I was in Slovenia, it wasn't actually that expensive. So I just decided to get it in hardcover. And it has sprayed edges. If you look at that, that is stunning. While I was at YALC, Harper Fire did this giveaway where they put compasses around the area, around the building. And whoever gets a compass and brings it to them gets a book. They had limited books, and I got one, and it's called Shadow and Tide by Rachel Greenlaw. I'm obsessed. I believe this is the last book that I bought while I was in Slovenia, and it's called The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. And look at the cover. I just want you to see the actual cover. So that's what drew me to it. It was a very much a cover buy. I guess I am judging books by the covers again, and I have no shame, but I don't care. Okay, so I know that I jumped from books that I bought in Dublin to books that I bought in Slovenia, but I actually missed one book that I also bought in Dublin, and that is Wicked by Gregory Maguire. And I wish I didn't buy this because this was €24 when I went to see the musical. And then I saw it yesterday, and I think it was £12 or something at the airport with the movie cover. I want the movie cover. I suppose that before I continue talking about the books that I got at YALC, I should just take you through some of the samplers and some of the things that I got with me. My sister has a whole collection that I have over there because she didn't have space in her suitcase to bring it with her. So I have it with me and I'm bringing it to Slovenia. I'm not gonna go through her collection, but I will go through mine. So the first sampler I have is Witchlore by Emma Hines, and it comes out 9th of November 2025. Tart by Becky Jane Crossley, and it comes out 14th of August 2025. This is one I'm really excited about, is Seven Deadly Thorns, and it comes out October 2025, so in 1 year. Quicksilver by Callie Hart. It is out now in ebook, but it comes out in hardback on December 3rd, 2024, so soon. We have Arcana Academy by Elise Kova, out July 2025. This is one I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to actually try these samplers. Then we have more exclusive YA samplers by Scholastic. I also have one more sampler called The Princess is the Witch by Kira Nixon, and I guess this could count as a sampler because it's not an actual book, but because it's shaped like a book and it's as big as a book, I count it as a book, even though I know it's not. It's a sample extract. It's called All Better Now by Neil Schusterman. And then I just got bits and pieces here. I had the pleasure of talking to Lilac Libraries, and they are actually coming out with a subscription box soon, and you can get waitlisted, which I did. I am so excited. They start at March 2025 and I can't wait. And they also have special edition books if you want to scan this. I have exclusive sneak peek for The Notorious Virtues coming March 2025. I also have a scratch card. If you got the axe, you won the book, but I didn't. So The Notorious Virtues by Alvin Hamilton, March 2025. One book I'm also really excited about is Watermoon, and from what I heard, this book that being described as is Narnia meets Studio Ghibli, and very cozy and cute, and I really wanted this. I went in line 3 times. I also have the artwork for Isle of the Gods by Amy Kaufman. I also got some other goodies while at YALC, like 10 years of YALC and just an insight into the authors and all of that, just a bit more. Ethereal Curiosities was also there. They had a stand where with all the bookmarks and bookish things. And here I have the QR code if you want to scan and see what they do. It's all really, really cool. I wish I had the extra money and extra space in my suitcase to buy these things, like bookmarks. They were so cool. But I do have, moving on to the bookmarks, I have Hollows Grove University. Your destiny is not to do what is right. Your destiny is to destroy us all. Capitana. Vengeance belongs to those who wait. I have Morgan is My Name by Sophie Keach, and also Le Fay by Sophie Keach. I have All the Hidden Monsters and All the Lost Souls. And here, so if you want to scan, and here I have Bitter Nightmare. I have The Night Hunt. The Prisoner's Throne, which is a book that I did buy. I'm not sure if it's this year or last year, but I think I bought it in Dublin when I was in Dublin. So I have it here. You can count that one as a book that I bought this year as well. I have from author Nayeli Garcia, who writes raunchy romance books. If you like spice, this is definitely spicy. I have Iron Widow and Heavily Tyrant. I have a bookmark from The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith, which comes out February 2025. And I have Two Soulmates, Infinite Lifetimes. I Loved You in Another Life by David Arnold. I realized that must have been really boring for you guys, so let's speed things along and let's start talking about the books that I got at YALC, shall we? I got Spellbound by Georgia Layton, and on the back it says Every Thread Tells a Story. We got it in a YALC goodie bag and it's really cute. Then I have this book that I cannot pronounce the title of, Orphea and Eurydice. It's like an Orpheus and Eurydice storytelling. It's gonna be amazing. I will love it either way because I also love Hadestown. These edges, so beautiful. Limited edition. I also got On Silver Tides by Sylvia Bishop. What got me was Kelda's sister seemed like a perfectly normal baby until her 7th day, when it was time to throw her in the river. Then they found out she couldn't breathe underwater. All of these books I'm really excited about. I bought The Isles of the Gods by Amy Kaufman, and I'm currently reading Gemina by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So when I saw The Isle of the Gods, I wasn't initially attracted to it. I saw it was Amy Kaufman and I was like, but then I saw it was signed. So I was like, okay, I might as well. I might as well get it because it's signed. And then I saw a book that I've been waiting or wanting to buy for years, literal years. It is called Iron Widow, and it's also signed by the author. And I cannot believe this might be the most valuable book to me that I own. I cannot believe that I'm holding this in my hand, and I cannot wait to read it, to dive into it, to ingest it, to devour it, to inhale it. I cannot wait. There was this game where they had golden apples, and you had to reach in and you had to pull one out, and if it has a sticker, they have different color stickers, and each sticker corresponds to a book. I got Daughter of Chaos by A.S. Webb. I kid you not, I saw the artwork at the stall and I was like, oh my god, I want this book so bad. And then I realized you have to win it, and I was like, my luck is so bad. I did not win anything else but this book the entire 2 days that I was there, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy that this is the book that I won. Another book I can't believe I have is Circle of Liars by Kate Francis, and it says 7 liars in the circle and only one of them can make it out alive. I'm so excited. It comes out July 2025. So they gave you a piece of paper with the numbers from 1 to 7, and they told you around this area there are 7 circles with names. Like, there are 7 stickers with names inside the circle. You had to write down on your paper the 7 names that you saw. So it was like a hunt, a treasure hunt. And the people who got the names, they got to meet the author. The author signed it to Marjana. And then I also had the pleasure of meeting another author, an indie author, and we just talked about writing, and she really left an impression on me. So I was like, I need to get your book. And that is Kira Nixon. And the book is called The Dream Maker. So this is an indie published book. There are 3 scientific laws of shared dreaming. A mind cannot reach more than a few meters from where it lies. A mind cannot host more than 2 other consciousnesses simultaneously. A mind cannot control what it dreams about. Only Matthew Finkel knows better. To one person, these laws mean nothing at all. Alright, I promise I'm almost done talking your ears off. Now let's go to the hardcovers that I got. I don't even know where to begin. I guess the one that I was gifted by my sister. She bought me The Crimson Crown by Heather Walter. And look at the artwork itself. It is absolutely stunning. And then it's silver. And she also bought herself this book, but hers has gold and I prefer silver. So, oh my god, it is a fairy tale retelling. And the chapters are still sticking together, which is my favorite thing, when you get to break them apart yourself. And oh my god. Okay, so while I was talking to the publishers and I was looking into this book that I was particularly interested in, they told me it's the second book and not the first one. And I knew that I didn't have enough space in my suitcase to buy the first one. So I went with the second one because I want to have it on my shelf. But I will buy the first one soon. I also am already looking into it. Just need to save some money. And the book is called The Serpent Sea by Maya Ibrahim. The first book is called Spice Road. Okay, so I was told that this was a Caribbean retelling or mythology folklore inspired. It's called It Waits in the Forest by Sarah Das. And oh my goodness, look at the cover. The cover got me. It is so beautiful, colorful, just amazing. I love the artwork. This is exactly what I want to see on my shelves. While I was talking to the publishers, I wanted to know what this book was about, and they told me it's a native retellings of some sort, or native folklore or something inspired by natives, Native Americans. And it's The Unfinished by Cheryl Isaacs. Here's the thing, me and either horror, thriller, or mystery, I don't get to read those. Especially horror, I feel like I don't have the chance to read those often. So for this, I decided, while I was at that stall, I want to buy more horror books to expand my taste and to see what I like and see what I don't. Then we have another horror book, Trespass Against Us by Leon Kemp. Deep down, Riley had always known Dominic House wasn't done with him. Deeper than that, he'd always known the opposite too. He wasn't done with Dominic House either. Yeah, I just heard that there were these teenagers trespassing on this like house or asylum or something, and that's all I needed. It's like, I believe it's about spiritual hauntings and not actual human killers. Night Owls by A.R. Vishny. What they told me was, it's so good, you have to read it. Everybody that I've talked to loves it. You have to read it. And I got it because I'm so easily impressed. I didn't even ask what it's about, because if you get 2 hardcovers, it's cheaper than getting just, you know, won. So I was like, okay. Another book that I got that I heard Olivia from Olivia's Catastrophe talk about, and the title immediately drew me. So when I saw it, I was like, I'm taking this. I'm sorry. If I don't like it, I don't like it, but the title sounds amazing. And it's called Here Lies a Vengeful Bitch by Cody Crowley. And I always love to have books on my shelves that are hardcover. Okay, I don't even know what order I should go in, but then I have Bitterthorn by Kat Dunn, and it is an exclusive edition. And I bought this book for my sister as well as a gift. Then I also bought this book and also for my sister, and it's called Darkly by Marisha Pessel. And we both have this book now. And yeah, it's about this board game and this creator of the board games or something. And yeah, that's all I know. It's like a whole mystery thing around it. Okay, next one is science fiction, which I bought on day 2. But I was eyeing on day 1 and I didn't actually, I was trying not to buy it, but because it's science fiction and I love science fiction, and these days it's all I want to read. It's Toward Eternity by Anton Her. I don't know what it's about. All I heard is science fiction and I was in, and the cover, of course. Okay, the last books that I got actually for free are The Coven and The Curse by Harper L. Woods. Let me tell you, when I was in Slovenia, I wanted to buy these books. This one. I saw this one and I was like, oh my god, The Coven. My sister and I, there is a book that we've been trying to write for years. It was actually our very first book that we started together, and it just, there's something about it, and this book reminds me of it for some reason, and I won't tell you why. But as soon as I saw this one, I wanted to buy it, but then I was like, no, not yet. You have so many books that you bought already, don't buy this one. And then when I got there, I was looking and I wanted, like, I was very interested, and I saw The Coven and I saw The Curse, and I started talking to the publisher, and they were like, yeah, we're just giving away to the first few people who get there. And it was like 10 o'clock, and so I have these. And I'm so excited. I think I'm gonna do a dedicated video just for this, just because I feel so grateful that I got it for free. And I think I'm gonna do a dedicated video for all of the books that I got for free, just to kind of say thank you. And on the back of The Coven, which is the first book, it says, our magic is about balance. You cannot take more than you give and still expect nature to answer your call. I have gotten so many books. I don't even know how I'm gonna take the thumbnail, honestly, because these are too many books. It's gonna take forever to take the thumbnail, but yay! We got to the final end of the video. Thank you guys so much if you stuck with me. Now you're fully updated on all the books that I got. Hopefully I won't buy any more when I'm in Slovenia, and that this is done for now, until next year. And I started this channel, I was in the process of actually getting rid of the books, of all the unread books that have been years on my shelves. And then I realized, if you get rid of the books that you were planning on reading, you end up with the ones that you wanted to read most, but you're not always in the mood for them. So you keep reaching out for other books, and all the books that you still have, the 3 books that you still have left that you should read, you don't get to them at all. So, and you feel so much less inspired. It's always nice to have full bookshelves, even if you don't like the books you have. Just I don't know, it's so much more inspiring. And yes, I will be getting new shelves because I'm starting to run out of space. I actually need new shelves now, and I think I'm gonna get black shelves, or I don't know how it's gonna look with filming. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had a lovely day, or have a lovely day, and I'm sorry this was such a long video, but please, if you enjoyed it, please don't forget to subscribe. I'm so excited to be here, and let's stay in touch, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go, bye.